I'm back. I think I'm okay. I'm about 90%, I think, maybe. Good morning. I wanted to film the first thing that will go down that is not water over the last, God, it's been longer than 24 hours. Closer to 32, I think. Bottoms up. It's strong and sour, but I got to get this down because the one thing that I do feel is that I have hunger this morning, so that's good. And sorry, we had a gardener. I feel hunger. I am not doing that burping thing anymore, so that's good. I had been doing that for so long. So mine cut off and stopped at about 7 last night. That was about, I guess, 22 hours, if we're being precise. But I feel good enough. I'm going to try to go do a weight workout. I'm not going to try to run on this because I do feel weak, but I think I can do exercises. But I'm not going to try to get on a treadmill and do anything, especially with the temperature in the gym. So I'm going to walk a little bit and get to the gym and figure out what we're doing. If I end up pulling up a ChatGPT, I'll talk to you about it once I leave the gym. But right now, I don't know, getting a little bit warm walking. I shouldn't because it's really windy. Right now, I think I feel okay, but I'll check back in with you. I didn't tell you it's like 5:20. So I did sleep all night, though, surprisingly, after having almost slept all day. So I'm going to get off here, sip this, and then let you know what kind of workout we end up doing. I'm going to weigh myself and see how long we're in the gym for. Check back with you shortly. Hear the birds?
Good morning vlog. It's about 6 a.m. and just got up. Take Amber out for a walk. Oh, pardon how I look in this footage. I think the actual 24-hour bug has passed. But boy, I feel rough. I have a pounding headache. I just took some Excedrin for that. I think it's because I'm so dehydrated because I drank like 4 sips of water yesterday and that was it. Every time I would drink water, it would make me sick again, and I just couldn't keep anything down, so I'm super duper dehydrated. But I think the actual bug itself has passed because I'm super weak too. I'm not even hungry. I need food, but the thought of eating is kind of wretched right now. It's been a rough one, a rough 24 hours for me and Michael. I don't know how he's feeling. He actually got up and went to the gym before I saw him this morning, so I'm going to conserve some energy and get off of here because I'm already about wiped out and we've gone like around one side of the block. I'm going to try to get Abra around the smallest block, and then I'm going to try to do some yoga because my head is pounding. It hurts so bad, and I think just do some stretches and some yoga would probably help with that. So anyway, there's an update. I feel so bad that we didn't take the vlog to see anything cool yesterday. We had the whole day to ourselves and it was a perfect opportunity. But boy, we were roughed up then, and I'm still kind of roughed up now. So cross your fingers for me that I can turn this around today and feel better. all right, I did a 30-minute yoga, the same one I do every single day, and I freaking love it. And I did a 10-minute neck stretch. Between the yoga, the neck stretches, and the Excedrin, my headache is totally gone. But I still feel hella nauseous. Don't feel like I'm gonna throw up, but I definitely feel like I can't even drink water, can't even talk about breakfast or food or anything. So I'm pretty sure the 24-hour bug is past, but yeah, at least the headache is gone. At least I can keep my eyes open and try to figure out what I'm going to do with this day. I'm just going to do my best to take a little tiniest sip of water periodically, try to get rehydrated. I think that'll go a long way towards making me feel better. But we're not even going to talk about food yet. I have looked at the clock. It's been about 38 hours since I had anything to eat, and I have had like 8 sips of water now in 38 hours. I am on the struggle bus big time. I need to play catch up. Thank goodness it's been a cloudy, breezy, overcast morning. The sun I don't think I could tolerate the sun right now. I don't think I could tolerate any heat either, but beautiful. I hope it stays this way all day. I'm not optimistic. It looks like the sun is coming. But right now it's very cloudy, and that's helping me out quite a lot. Please, if it could just stay this way, that would feel so good, since I'm feeling kind of rough, you guys.
Hey there. All knocked out. Nice little workout this morning. My color has returned somewhat. I did end up doing ChatGPT. If Julie is so inclined, we'll put it on the screen here. That little guy is really trying to get through the gate. So, a lot of deadlifting, different types of deadlifting. That's what's on the screen. Also did a little bit of shoulder work, just because I love shoulder work. Whew, what else did I do? Broke out in a cold sweat the entire time, but in a good way, not in a sickly way today. Thirsty. I already have drank my bottle of water. But I think I told you, walking to the gym, I was about 90. Feel like I'm about 95% now. Again, the hunger has returned, although nothing sounds appetizing, so I will take it very easy today. I'm going to get back and see how Jules is feeling. Again, with her being a few hours behind me, I'm not sure if she's back up and at it, but we'll check in on her. What else? I think that's about it. I did tire out a little earlier than anticipated. You know, I usually do 15 exercises. I got 14. Yeah, it was crowded on top of everything else. So waiting for machines and time going by, I kind of pooped out. Anyway, I hope we're all good now. Music, Cranberries, Airborne Toxic Events. What else did I listen to? Some Offspring, a lot of late 90s music today. Whew. Warmed up on that arc trainer for 10 minutes and thought I was going to die when I first got there this morning. My God. I was like, well, I may end up vomiting yet, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't go any longer than 10 minutes though, because that got rough. Hang on, I got to dip underneath this, some sort of electric or telephone pole there. Whew, but we survived. We knocked it out. I hope we're back in our routine. I'm going to get home, take a shower, see you back soon. You know the drill. Whew. Good little morning. Oh yeah, also, Days of the New. I listen to a lot of Days of the New. And some Three Doors Down. If you guys have never heard Landing in London by Three Doors Down with Bob Seger, you should click off the video and go search that song and watch that, because that's a really good song. So anyway, that was playlist today. Kind of, I don't know, I'm depleted and full of energy all at the same time. It's weird. But good. Okay, I swear, I'm done. I'm heading back. See you in a bit.
How are you feeling?
Well, I told the camera I was back to about 95, and I am, but the hunger is now hitting me. So
We have no food here in the house, not
How many
any.
hours are we at now since you and I had our last meal? It was 5 p.m.
It was 5 o'clock on Saturday night, and it is now 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. So somebody else can do that math.
Yeah, I can't even. That's the one thing my brain is trying to ramp up, and with no nutrition, I've not broke through, and I don't want to continue my fast. So I'm going to finish up a little bit of work, and then I'm going to head to the grocery myself.
Are you going to be able to get there, walk there?
I think I'll be able to walk there.
Okay.
The only thing is, I feel hotter than it should be outside. I think that's my body just still.
We're just
trying
intolerant to the
deal.
heat right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clouds, as you can see, the clouds have gone away. It's a sunny, hot one right now.
Is that thunder? Anyway, I'm going to head. Julie doesn't know what she wants, but
I don't want anything.
in my mind of what I want, and it's so random, but it pulls me back to my childhood. So I'm not sure if I'll get it. If
What?
I do, I'll film the camera.
What?
Or, I mean, I'll take the camera. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I want to go to that little Zona place. I get my kombucha to see if they have like gluten-free, like really good, clean bread before I do even consider that. But they do have all fruit spread here with no
Get some of the
additives.
fresh bread
Well, that's what
that
I
was just baked this morning.
I was thinking, just, I don't know why, but I can't, guys, I can't do meat, I can't do protein right now.
Don't talk about it. Please don't talk
Yeah,
about
I won't talk about it anymore. I might look to see if the Zona has, that's where we get our kombucha. If they might have a broth or a soup, but that's about all I'm going to be able to handle, I think. So, I'll take the camera and show you.
it. Yeah.
But other than that, it's I feel okay. I won't say I feel good, but I don't know if that's because the sickness is still here or because I need to eat something after work.
I don't think the sickness is still here. You and I both have not had a...
No, I told him. I
An
said,
event.
Mine kind of stopped about 7 last night, and it's not.
Yeah, neither one of us have had an event today.
I've not done the burping or anything today either, so I think I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm just terribly dehydrated.
And you're behind me.
And
so
I'm
you're still,
I'm a few hours behind him because this started for me about 8 hours after him. But every time I take even the smallest sip of water, I have to swallow the bile for like 15 minutes because I feel like I'm trying so hard not to puke.
Yeah.
I haven't this morning, so I think the stomach bug itself is gone, and the reason I feel so bad is because I haven't eaten now in a day and a half, and I have had so little water. I'm so dehydrated.
She did
But
say
I keep trying to think of anything I could eat, and everything I can even think of, I'm like, it makes me sick just to even talk about it or think about it. So
except you said watermelon. I'll get
watermelon
you a
is
small
the only thing I think I could eat, like some sliced watermelon.
And
I
I'll
can't
probably eat
even
some of
deal
that
with the
too.
seeds. It's gotta have no seeds.
Okay, I don't know if I can do that for you.
And then after I eat that, actually the thought of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is, it might be a peanut butter sandwich, no jelly, but
Peanut
if
butter
you
and
can
honey.
find-
We have honey here. Okay. I'll go see what I can find.
Just
And
please give
report
me the
back.
watermelon.
I will get you watermelon.
I'm too weak to cut it though, so it better come
I
slow.
can. Well, no, that I don't think that's a thing down here. I can't even get shelled pistachios. You think you can get a sliced watermelon? All right, just got out of the store. I'll do a haul in just a second. I got one reusable bag, kind of filled. Didn't buy any junk though. I was happy about that. But I think I found the closest thing to gluten-free bread. No oils in it. However, there is corn in it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be eating that, but I might try it. Because that was the only thing that I could find in there. And it was in the store that I get the kombucha in. So I did get a bottle of kombucha as well. But let me get back and I'll show you what we got. Okay, real quick while I wait on the elevator. I got my natural peanut butter. I got some gluten-free snacks that's made with bananas. There's the bread, Jules watermelon. I actually got some clean granola because I'm in the mood for some granola. So, very quick trip. There's some cheese at the very bottom and some chewing gum. Here's some all-natural, non-sweetened jelly. And I think that's what I'm going to be having today. Probably snack on a little bit, if not all of this. So, oh, and I did get some sour gummy worms in case I wanted some sugar. The cravings never go away, but you learn to live with them. And I walked by and grabbed a bag. I'm going to hope that I don't do anything with that and open that until the weekend, but I did grab it. So that was a quick shopping trip, and I'm really hoping with what I got and reset and move forward from today. I want to get back and check on Jules, see how she's doing. I've been going for about an hour now.
Alright, it's about 3:30. I'm gonna do my little check-in. Michael's been working all day. I'm feeling tons better than I did this morning. Ooh, this lighting is a bit rough. Let me switch on you here. Michael's been working really hard, and so have I. I'm feeling tons better than I did this morning when I talked to you last. The only thing I've eaten were 2 slices of bread from that loaf of bread Michael bought with some peanut butter on them, and half the watermelon he brought home, and everything seems to be fine. I'm not feeling nauseous or sick anymore. I've been trying to drink water. I've probably drank about 1 liter so far, but all of this has been in baby steps, like micro bites, little by little, and I'm getting my strength back. I think I've got my color back too a little bit. That little 24-hour bug really wiped me out for the couple days, but I'm feeling a ton better. It's been a really hot one without a whole lot of breeze, and they're doing a lot of work in our apartment building, so I haven't been able to vlog much because there's been so much noise. But anyway, I would say I feel probably about 70% back to normal, and I think if I can just keep getting rehydrated, I will be good to go. And Michael is pretty much back to baseline. Not been a super exciting day, but is that correct, or did I just lie? You're pretty much back to baseline, right?
It's not that I feel physically like I'm back to baseline. The problem is when I eat something, my body doesn't really know how to deal with it. So I'll get the feeling of being hungry, and then I will eat, and then I immediately get nauseous.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through a little bit of that.
That's really, because I think it's like my stomach, trying to feel it out if it's good or not. So I've had some of that granola. I did have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I did have some pepperoni and a little bit of that cheese just now. But again, I don't feel good after eating. But if it's in between the feeding times, if it's in between, I feel okay.
Good.
So, weird. Yeah.
This is just our recovery day, I guess.
I guess so.
Not much else to report. I've been working really hard on the footage we took from the weekend. Yesterday's vlog was really easy because it was like 10 minutes of us talking about how bad we felt. The museum videos are taking me a little bit longer, so I'm going to work on those and probably not get them up in time to come out, unfortunately, on the day, which was 2 days ago now, that we actually went to the museums. I was thinking I would do the vlog and drop all 3 of the museums later that afternoon, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get them done before then, so I'm kind of pecking away at it and getting caught up on getting the daily vlogs done is kind of my priority, and I'm behind a few days after feeling so bad yesterday, but I don't know, what did I say a while ago? I think I'm probably about 70% back to normal. I really do believe if I can just hydrate, I will feel fine, but I don't even want to talk about food. Those 2 little pieces of bread with peanut butter is probably going to be it for me for the day. We are currently looking again for a place to live. We thought we found something perfect, and turns out it wasn't.
They put their house up for sale and got an offer.
Yeah, it was the perfect place, and it sold. We're not being much help, are we, Abra? That little pink dog. Am I crazy? It seems like it's been light. It's almost 6:30. Actually, it is 6:30 exactly. I don't remember it ever being this light at 6:30. Do you, babe? Doesn't it normally get dark between like 5:30 and 6? I am not crazy. I'm certain it's usually dark between 5:30 and 6. And look at it now. We haven't even had a golden hour yet. It's 6:30 exactly.
Hey guys, it's 7 o'clock. We're out with Abs doing our little nightly walk. The sun has gone down. The breeze is up. It feels really pleasant out here right now. Julie has
I
had,
was just saying how the sun hasn't set and then it set.
and then it got dark really fast. Julie's had a little bit more watermelon. I've had a little bit more granola. Although I did have some kombucha after that, and now my stomach feels a little queasy, probably because of new organisms. So that doesn't feel pleasant. So I wanted to get out here and make sure that I walk with Julie and Abra. Trying to get this moving around, I guess.
You're not feeling good?
I think it was the organisms in the kombucha, honestly. I do.
I can finally say I think I feel 95% better, and I'm confident when I wake up tomorrow I'll be back to myself.
Be good. Good as
The
new.
whole day I had to eat a whole watermelon, drink like 2 bottles of water,
Yeah,
and I did have the 2 peanut butter. Tiny, they were tiny pieces of bread.
they are. They were tiny. The vlog saw tiny pieces of bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
To get me feeling
Somewhat normal.
like I can even really function. Yeah.
So,
Ooh, that took it out of it, didn't it?
sorry for the barking dogs. No, for me, I was feeling great. I'm only back down to maybe 80%, but I'm feeling a little bloated. And again, I think it's because of the kombucha specifically. So,
Have you told the vlog how much weight you lost?
oh, I did weigh myself this morning. I guess total I've lost right at 10 pounds since moving down here. What I don't know is that good, yay, because we've eaten all natural foods, or is that good, no, because I've not had an adequate amount of protein daily? I'm going to say it's the yay, because I've made sure that I did a good mixture, even number of days, 3 days of lifting, 3 days of running, and have taken, I think, every Sunday off that we've been down here, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Because almost every Sunday since we've come here, we've been out of town, and you haven't
Yeah.
had access to a gym.
Yep. So I am pretty certain I'm going to take that little plan back with me when we leave and continue that, and just continue to source the foods that we have become used to eating when we get back
Stick
into
with
the
your
U.S.
Fruit lifestyle. Patacones, coconut oil, and
I like the coconut oil a lot.
me too.
I like the coconut rice a lot.
Oh, me too.
I don't know. The patacones, maybe a little bit. The fruit, I don't know. More on that later. I had to think about that one. But I do like the white rice. The added white rice
And coconut oil.
and the coconut oil. That's why I was thinking about the white rice, because it becomes coconut, yeah, with the oil. And I'm trying to think of what else.
Juice, fruit juice.
Yeah, the juice I'm not so sure on. I have to figure out how to make a clean limonada de coco though when we get back. I'll have to sin azúcar. But yes, we will definitely take some things away from this lifestyle and absorb it into our U.S. lifestyle, I think, because we have liked what we have seen and liked how we have felt.
I didn't weigh before we left. I have no idea if I've gained or lost any weight.
Okay.
I had no idea what I weighed before we came down here. I wasn't trying to gain or lose any
Right.
weight. I've actually liberalized my diet a lot.
You for sure have down
I
here.
never ever ate fruit.
No.
Certainly not. I still don't eat vegetables. Never ever did I eat fruit. I mean, not even on a cheat day.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
And I've been eating fruit every single day and feeling great. I wouldn't say I feel better than I did before I started eating fruit, but it has not made me feel bad.
And that's, I think, the key is that we tried things down here that have not made us feel bad. And so we are just kind of trying to figure out now, do we take that back to the U.S. and test it with good sources of organic fruits? Or do we go back to straight, yeah, exactly. Or do we go back to straight carnivore? And I think there's going to be a learning curve either way, because, you know, the meat just in general is going to be different. The organisms are different. So our bodies will have to get used to that too. But I think I'm going to continue to keep track of my weight and keep the same schedule for a while to see if maybe the additives and preservatives that we hear are in some of these things in the U.S. actually transfer over to weight gain for me just naturally, even though I'll continue the same activity schedule. So, but either way, everything we have had, for the most part, has done a body good
Does
down
anybody
here.
else have a girl dog who likes to mark everything?
She,
I thought
for,
only boy dogs did this.
for being a girl dog, she is a little princess to the point.
Just little bits here and
Uh-huh.
there on things,
The self-importance of this
on
one.
things she likes.
Yeah, this one's mine now.
Yeah. If you don't know, that makes it mine.
Yeah.
This is the house with the turtles.
Oh,
Got a really
okay,
cute
that's right.
video of Abra this morning. Picked her up, held her so she could see the turtles. The turtles were trying to make baby turtles, and she's
Oh, gosh.
barking at them. You need to stop that.
Yeah, she was chastising people. And she didn't let anybody smell her butt. She didn't want the turtles to do that either. So we're back home. That was my evening little ramble on dietary and activity, but I have lost close to 10 pounds not trying to do a single bit. And remember, going from a strict carnivore to a very liberalized diet myself.
That's
So
what's so shocking.
I know that it
How
is.
much carbs you eat. And you eat candy once in a while.
I do eat candy once in a while. I told him I got those gummy worms.
It's a blue moon thing for you, but I mean, for you to have lost so much weight is wild considering
I know.
you're eating
And not changing what, you know, the activity level that much as to what I was doing before.
lowering it, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, no longer
Last
7
time you
days.
ever took a Sunday off for no reason.
It had been a very long time
Yeah.
before that. So, I'll check back in later on those details, but we're back to the house. We just wanted to touch base with you, let you know we're feeling okay. I won't say great, but I will say okay.
We will survive.
We will survive. It will make our gut health stronger. And we're going to check back in before we go to bed.
Probably not. Nothing else exciting.
No,
to
nothing else exciting,
I might let
okay.
you know what we decide to watch this evening.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then that may be all for me. It's been another good day. Already another one in the books.
Time is starting to really fly.
Time is starting to really fly. I'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. You might see Jules again one more time tonight. Good night, folks. Till tomorrow.
Ooh, nice lighting. Look at the green dot and go,
Okay.